Okay, now let's look at the control panel. The control panel has a power indicator. This green LED illuminates when the Ai1 is activated. The input gain is the first control you should adjust. The input gain sets the level of amplification applied to the input signal to boost it to a usable level. You'll want to use the highest input gain setting you can without overdriving or distorting the signal. If you are using a high output active pickup system, you will use a lower setting on the input gain. If you're using a passive type pickup system, you will need a higher setting on the input gain. For initial setup, we recommend setting all the controls to the midpoint or 12 o'clock setting with the shape off. This is a medium gain flat response setting. To adjust, slowly turn the input gain up or clockwise while playing your instrument until you begin to hear some distortion. Then back the input gain down or counterclockwise until this distortion disappears. This will give the Ai1 the most signal to work with and the best signal to noise ratio. Take note of this optimized setting for future reference. With some high output active pickup systems, you may need to lower the volume on your instrument if you hear some distortion at lower input gain settings. The level adjusts the amount of signal sent to all outputs, the DI out, output, headphone, and RCA line out. This is like the master volume on a guitar amplifier. The bass control adjusts the amount of cut or boost in the low frequency range, around 150 Hz. The treble adjusts the amount of cut or boost in the high frequency range, around 5000 Hz. The shape switch gives you a quick way to notch the mids or make an overall adjustment for a guitar that has excessive mid-range. This gives a fuller sound with extended high end. The phase switch, if you experience positive acoustic feedback playing at louder volumes, flip the phase switch to the alternate setting to kill the feedback. We included a ground lift on this unit to eliminate any ground loop problems. Ground loops are caused when two pieces of AC powered gear share a ground connection. If you have two pieces of AC powered gear plugged into the Ai1, there's a potential for hum or ground loops. A good example is this. You have the Ai1 plugged into a mixing console using the DI out, and you also have the Ai1 plugged into an amplifier using the output jack. Both the mixing console and amplifier are plugged into an AC wall outlet. By switching on the ground lift, you eliminate any unwanted hum caused by this situation.